like,
Yeah, and it doesn't make it okay to like rationalize that. Well, the musician's only getting 10 cents per album, so it's okay. Or like, I'm going to buy a bag in Chinatown. There's that person is making money off of someone else's intellectual property,
work.
right? Yeah.
If somebody else designed that. You better not be taking a picture, Cindy.
No, I wanted to get one of Lauren.
Okay.
So we'll do it after. So yeah, no, you're right, Jen. It's the same thing. And I don't know. Did you argue with them? Did you do the right thing? You troll?
Well, no, because I was listening to it, so I couldn't.
All right. Well, okay. All right. Okay. All right. I need to tell you, I'm online, and when you're on Facebook, like these jobs pop up. Like job. I don't know if it's just me because but okay. So a job pops up, and it was like $600 a week cash. I'm like, work from home. I'm like, these stupid scammer, right? So I click on it, I look, and they wanted someone to take pictures of items and sell them on the marketplace, right? $600 a week. So I messaged them because, I'm nosy. And they were like, yeah, I send you the pictures and then you just post them on the marketplace. And I'm like, of course, this is very shady, right? So it finds out it's a pawn shop that's selling stolen goods. So what they're doing is they're using other people's Facebook. Think about it, because it would be all under my name.
Essentially money laundering, but through.
Well, but then if it's the stolen items are seen, I'm the one that's screwed.
It's more dangerous, yeah, because you're tied to it. But
yeah, but it's my name. So that's the new scam going around. Is a lot of the pawn shops are saying I'll pay think about it. If I sell 4 stolen rings on the marketplace, all I'm doing is communicating back and forth to people. And I just sold a bunch of old iPhones on there. And it's a pain in the ass. People say they want it. They don't show up. It's very time consuming till you finally get the person to, we would have them come to my job. I wouldn't have them come to my house. So I'm thinking, so I'm thinking that's a good idea for them to be using people. If I was to sell couple $1,000 rings in a week, of course they're going to throw me 600. And all I had to do was list it. But then if the owner of that stolen ring sees it, I'm screwed. What am I going to be like? Yeah.
Did you apply for the job?
No, I just figured it out what it was, because I had to figure out, I don't know, that was like posting on the marketplace. How is this scam working? What are they doing? And I'm like, I figured it out. It was a pawn shop.
That's crazy.
That's how they're selling their stolen shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's another thing. So speaking of scams, today, I hate when they call and they, obviously the scammers. So they called me at the pizza shop today, and I answered it, and it was like, this is Rochester Gas and Electric, and you are going to be shut off in 30 minutes. You will have no power, blah, blah, whatever, right? Please press 1 and stay on the line so we can make sure you keep your power. So of course I was like, I'm staying on the line because it's always fun. And then as soon as they answer, I try to order pizzas, right. So, or when they call my cell phone, I'll call them back. If I can get them to answer back, I'll obsessively try to order pizza from them. So I call and the guy answers the phone. I mean, he's like, Gas and Electric collection, something like ridiculous. It didn't even make sense. So I go, yeah, I'd like to order a large pizza. And he's like, what? I'm like, I would like a large pizza. And I thought he said, do you want a cup in it? And I said, yeah, give me a cup. He goes, no, do you want pussy with your pizza? And I go, yeah, give me the pussy. And then he didn't say cup. He said, see you next Tuesday. So his first one was, do you want a C word with it? Or then he said, do you want some pussy with your pizza? And I was like, so I'm like, can you imagine like how professional they were supposed to be? And then as soon as I try to order a pizza, yeah. So
I don't even know what to say.
every time, so if you get a sales call and you mess with them, I'm telling you, that's not the first time that they've said something like really obnoxious like that right away.
Oh my God, that is scary.
Yeah. So that was my experience today. The guy asked me if I wanted some pussy with my pizza. Yeah.
Wow. I haven't had a call since Jen Shaw was arrested.
I got one today for senior care. It was like, hello, you are eligible for senior care. You have like 30 minutes to.
Oh, right. Or we're gonna unplug your respirator.
Or this deal and like press 1. And then I kept listening and it said press 7 to take your name off this list. And I was like 7 and it hung up. So we'll see what happens.
I get them all the time, but I'll tell you what my favorite meme of the week is. Okay. One of the top ones I saw this week is, don't call me when your car's broke down on the side of the road, bitch. You have plenty of times to renew your
You got lots of
warranty.
offers for the extended warranty.
Oh.
Yeah. You were offered it plenty of times, the extended warranty. So let's talk about the Bravo, the Utah Housewives. The Salt Lake. I don't watch it. I only saw the first 3 episodes, and I keep forgetting to, because they're done, right? I can binge the whole thing. Okay, I saw the one woman was married to her grandfather. I saw a lot of it, but it's been all over Facebook and the news. She got arrested. So Jen, what did she do with these? What was it?
So those scam calls you're getting, I think she's behind running those. Not like all of them.
Right, certain ones.
So they get the odd person that says, yeah, okay, I want your information. So, and they were doing, I don't know if there was warranty stuff, but they were doing like tax preparation and business consulting and like all kinds of really weird stuff. And they'd call it. When people would say yes, they would get them to pay for whatever this was, but then they'd also turn around and sell that person's name because they're now an easy target because they said yes. So they were like double whammying. So I call you and you're like, oh yeah. I want you to help me become #1 person on Facebook. I was like, okay, Cindy, yeah, for sure. You send me $100, we'll make you #1 on Facebook. You send me the $100. So they're stolen from you. Well, now I sell your name to a ton of other people doing the same thing.
So they just assume that because they said that, and they'll fall for it again.
Yeah, you're stupid, basically, and you'll keep giving money for.
So was she stealing from people or just transferring names around?
She was double whammy stealing.
So she had a fake scamming going on?
The first scam was illegitimate businesses. Like, so you pay for a service that doesn't actually exist.
Oh, okay.
And then selling your information, which I don't know that you're actually allowed to sell information. I don't know if that's legal or not.
You're allowed to, but you have to they have to know that they're selling your information.
Yeah, like when you
have to make them aware.
Facebook, part of your terms and agreements with Facebook is that they'll collect your information and give it to other people. And you say, okay, with going on Facebook.
Right. So I guess if, I don't know though. I mean, obviously
people weren't saying okay to it.
She's obviously.
But this actually came up at the reunion and Andy said to her, okay, like we're getting a lot of questions. Like, how exactly do you make money? Like her husband's an assistant coach. For which he was a lawyer before.
Yes, I remember that. Oh my God, I thought the exact same thing when they first introduced that couple. I'm like, he is a coach at a college.
An assistant.
Yeah, I was like, how are they that loaded? I have a friend whose husband is the head coach of a huge college, I'm not going to say, and he does not make that kind of money.
No, this guy, his thing is online. He makes $150,000 a year. the assistant coach. But
that's
I guess
not right. That's not going to give them that lifestyle. That's going to.
No, she said she drops $50,000 a month just in like beauty services. So his salary for 3 months of that. But he used to be a lawyer. And I did see something that he got in some problems with the law like 10, 15 years ago. And that's why he's no longer a lawyer. But I don't know if that's true or not. But I did read that he's also an agent for retired football players, like ones who have been pros and then retired. I guess he can't look after active ones because he is a coach. It's like conflict of interest, but he represents a bunch of retired ones. And that's where the majority of his money comes in. Now, again, not millions and millions of dollars to support that lifestyle, but his only money isn't just the coaching money.
Yeah, because I remember thinking like, man, my friend and her husband are doing this wrong. He's a coach of a very big school, and they are not living that lifestyle. I mean, they got kids, and she stays home with the kids and everything, but they are not living like, she's not buying new Chanel every week. That's for sure.
No. And like their house, the one they sold their house in 2020, and they've been in it for like 15 years or something. It's a very nice house, but it's just like a cookie cutter subdivision house. Like what you would expect somebody making $150,000 a year to live in. Like nothing like that house she was living in on the show.
Yeah. So I definitely need to go and binge that show because everybody says it's just great.
The reunion, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Reunion of their first season.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go back and check that out. Let's see, really quick. Did you guys know that the Menendez brothers made this huge comeback because of the Gen Zers on TikTok?
Yes, I literally just watched a YouTube video like 3 nights ago about it. And said that she's like, these girls on TikTok are going insane.
Yeah, so the TikTok Gen Zers think he's number one. They think these boys are innocent, and they also think they're hot. So there's this whole TikTok underground. I watched it on, it must have been like 2020 Friday night, because that's the only night I watch, when I get home from work, it's on. And I was like, are you kidding? Like, I didn't even go to TikTok. I very rarely go on TikTok. So I didn't even try to do like a hashtag search about them, but it's crazy. Like the wanting for them to be interviewed, like they're male, like everything with them, those Menendez boys is like off the charts again, because there's all like this whole underground that goes on and on about why they're innocent and how hot they are.
So I'm on TikTok, but I don't think it's that they're actually innocent and that they didn't do it. I think it's innocent in that they were justified to do it.
Oh, because they were abused.
I think there's a very, very good case for it. Like listening to the way they were treated by that father, like was horrendous.
I don't know if I believe that. What the murder was horrendous. They were spoiled, rotten. Those kids were 2 little narcissists they raised. Evil. Or do I not have enough of the info? Change my mind.
That's pretty effed up. Like
Lauren, change my mind.
I'm not changing your mind.
Life was so about like how it all looked on the outside. Like one of the boys started going bald when he was like 14, and the dad made him start wearing a toupee because he didn't want anybody knowing the kid was bald. And
so that's not a good enough reason to like blow your parents' brains out.
I don't think it was just the toupee. I'm sure there was a couple other.
All right, go, Lauren, let me hear.
So the other side of that I think this is like a bad cultural thing, and not to hate on Gen Z here, but this is just like watching in the Cecil Hotel. Like there were people whose titles on the documentary that they interviewed who were internet sleuth, web sleuth. And I think that's kind of what these people are doing. They have all this access to like old trial. Like you could watch the O.J. Simpson trial probably somewhere, hours of it. And like the fact that they're taking the angle that like they're hot or that like the Hot Murder Brothers? Like that's no validity of a reason to argue.
Even like what was the Netflix one couple years, Making a Murderer? Steven.
Oh,